Wyglądasz dzisiaj bardzo pięknie.
Dziękuję.
Who are you talking to?
Fiance looked very pretty.
He's right, but you should not talk to strangers.
Chicago Avenue next.
Overstop. Teresa! Teresa! What are you doing, Teresa?
Missing persons. Can you hold on, please? Wow, great coat.
Thank you.
Dan, line 3.
Gotcha.
You listen to what I'm telling you, girl, all right? No, don't be lying to me. I know my boy James is hanging with you, so why you trying to play me like that, huh? Put him on the phone.
Okay, now I'll call you back. Got a lot of work. Okay? All right, I'll just call you back. I'll call you back.
So?
She's beeping me every 10 minutes. She's so nervous I'm not going to be there when she goes into labor.
Yes, Mrs. Brosnan, from what all of his friends said, from what you said, I'm sure you're right.
Letitia, C12, 6534. Not Latricia. She's D11, 0391. Yes, Letitia Washington is the one we took home last night. Latricia Washington is still missing. You guys closed out the wrong file. Look, if you can't spell, the least you can do is learn how to count. This is one we're going to hear from downtown about.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you could use a woman's touch.
Connie, I need you here.
Right.
I can't live without you.
You depend on me.
Oh, I don't believe it. He's actually typing a report, not homework.
What time did you say that was, man?
Come see me soon as you're done.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Which gang's running this hood these days? Disciples?
Yeah.
Wear a vest. Take someone to watch your back. I don't want that kid born an orphan.
Hey, Sandowski, you want to take another Spanish lesson?
Spanish? What the hell does Johnny have to learn Spanish for? In case anybody forgot, English is the national language. Crying out loud. Anyway, take Jansen. He's bigger. Bring me a couple of tacos.
2 tacos. 2 tacos.
What's up?
Bobby, listen. I know you think this department doesn't appreciate you working so hard to get educated, but we do. So tell me something. How many years is it going to take you to get that law degree from that flunk-out junior college you're going to? 10, 20?
Lieutenant, why are you pulling my chain?
Pulling your chain? Nice way to talk to me. After I personally have arranged for you to attend the University of Chicago School of Law, all expenses paid. You know, once in a while, Bobby, you should just let me have a gotcha. Sometimes the best way to fool somebody is to let them think they got you fooled. Here. Alicia Goldman, 23, second-year law student. Her roommate phoned in the report. Hasn't heard from her since last Friday. Probably just another lost weekend, but if it's not, it could get very high profile. Her daddy's a biggie, major corporate lawyer. Lots of connects.
Ooh, so the master giving the poor black boy a chance to see how the other half live, huh?
That's why you bailed out on narcotics, wasn't it?
Please, what are you going to do? Please.
Lieutenant McCullough? Lieutenant, this is Mrs. Valesky. Her and her daughter Teresa got separated on the subway this morning.
Johnny.
Mrs. Valesky, would you come this way, please? Pania Valesky? Proszę, tędy.
I don't speak English. I am just...
That's good, because my Polish is awful. Believe me, there's nothing to worry about. This kind of thing happens all the time.
What's been done?
They got on to Fullerton, they got separated at Chicago Avenue. Within 15 minutes, we had men checking every train at every station down the line.
We'll have her back to you, safe and sound, within the hour.
Teresa is my whole life, Mr. Sandowski.
Right now, we got 15 units out doing a radiating search plan. So far, nothing.
She ain't loony, is she? You sure she ever had a kid with her?
Yeah, there was people there that saw them together, but nobody saw what happened.
What about your husband? Does he know?
I don't have a husband. Son is all I have.
Hey, we'll get her back for you.
Any names?
Yeah, right there. Get you the rest when they come in.
Did you guys get a picture?
No, she dropped her purse when she was chasing after the train.
Someone picked it up. Nice world we got here, huh? Mrs. Waleski, does Teresa know your telephone number? That's great. We should get you back home so you could be there in case she calls. And if you could give Investigator Sandowski some real good pictures of Teresa, that would help a lot. Lights and siren, getting those photographs back here. And don't say anything that'll scare her. It won't help. Connie, get this out on the wire ASAP. And call every watch commander who's got a unit working the search. I want to see every report, even if they think there's nothing there.
Okay.
Dan. Gotcha. Work with Connie. Get the press thing started. Tell them we'll have them photos by noon.
How's this one?
She's a pretty lady.
Yeah, she is.
Does she like to party?
Not in the middle of midterms.
Why did you report this to us before notifying her parents?
Because if she's anything other than kidnapped or dead, they'll kill her for missing midterms. Her parents are very, pushy.
What, was Alicia worried about flunking out?
She can pull a 3.5 without cracking a book.
Damn. You know, I have always hated people like that.
Well, nobody hates Alicia. I mean, if that's what you're getting at.
Litigation.
Well, how'd you guess?
One of my professors says anyone can learn to be a lawyer, but litigators are born that way.
You're a law student?
No, you're a law student. I'm a cop, studying law in night school. You know, you still haven't given me the slightest idea why you found it necessary to file missing persons. What do you think happened?
I don't know. Look, I went home this weekend. I got back last night, but she wasn't here, and there was a million messages on the answering machine. That's how I knew she hadn't been here all weekend.
Well, I'd like to hear the messages.
I erased them.
Do you remember who they were from?
Her mother called a bunch of times, and Marshall left a dozen messages.
Who's Marshall?
Marshall Rudolph, her fiancé.
When's the last time he called?
About 3 o'clock this morning.
Did he seem worried at all?
Very.
Jealous?
A little, I guess.
Does he have reason?
No.
You happen to know his phone number?
You know, it's funny, I don't. I never had reason to call him.
Do I have your permission to take a look around Alicia's room?
Look, do you have to do that right now? I do have a class.
Listen, until I find a lead, I don't find her. Now, if she's in trouble, the longer she's gone, the less chance we have of finding her. Alive. Now, I hate to be that direct.
No, you don't. But, I understand.
Why don't you run along to class? I won't steal anything. Scout's honor. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
These would be great. So if you think of anything else that could help us, any little thing at all, don't hesitate to call. Okay? Oh, just by chance, you didn't happen to notice anybody on the train who seemed to be paying Teresa any kind of special attention, did you?
Oh my God, do you mean someone who would do something?
No. I just mean somebody who paid more attention. Somebody who might have seen something that might help us figure out where she went. Nobody's gonna do awful things to a pretty little girl like this.
She said there was a man who told her she looked very pretty.
Well, he was sure right about that. What did he look like?
I don't know. I never saw him.
Not to worry, no big deal. Everybody likes to say things to get little kids to smile, right? By this afternoon, these will be in every newspaper and on the TV. She'll be home and she'll be famous. What could be better?
Okay, what we have here is your usual assortment of yuppie hypochondria remedies. We got your uppers, your downers, your painkillers, Seldane, Halcyon, Dexamil, Percodan, Darvon, some over-the-counter remedies, some allergy stuff, ibuprofen, stuff for headaches, for pain, for PMS, mouthwash, no toothbrush, no toothpaste, and no makeup. Closet. We've got clothes, books on the shelf, photo albums. Looks like there's a space big enough on the shelf for maybe an overnight bag. Oh, looks like there's some clothes missing. Can't be sure. Nightstand. Diaphragm, condoms, lubrication. Ooh, looks like all the good time stuff's here. Underwear drawer appears half empty. Sweaters, t-shirts. Looked everywhere. Appears to be no evidence of keys, ID, wallet, checkbook. I'd say this lady packed before she left.
You're still here?
Did you know she was trying to break off the engagement? Mm-hmm. Didn't you feel that was a pertinent part of the evidence, counselor?
Look. If Alicia is just off somewhere, thinking this through, you know, which is probably the case, but she finds out her parents know she was going to break up with Marshall, oh, she'll never come back.
What are we talking, a shotgun wedding here? Is she pregnant?
No, it's just, look, her parents think Marshall's the perfect catch, and Marshall's parents think Alicia's the perfect catch. It's almost like one of those arranged marriages. Both sets of parents have been putting so much pressure on her, she's been too afraid to tell him she wants out. I mean, it's all really sick.
Well, does Marshall know?
No way. He knows she's bummed out about something, but I don't think he has any clue it's Dear John time. You're gonna have to tell her parents about all this, aren't you?
You knew I'd see she packed a bag, and you knew I'd find the letter. You think she ran for good, don't you? So the real reason you called was not so much for Marshall's sake. You just didn't want to be the one to have to tell all these folks all this bad news, right? You figured you just dumped that on us. Isn't that it?
Litigation?
Criminal. I'm more interested in people than property.
Tuesday.
Just down the stairs, all right?
Well, it's about time. I'll take those. Damn, we got them. Let's get them out.
Has anything come in yet?
4 names and numbers. People at least remembered seeing her on the train, but that's it.
Any of them say they told her she looked pretty?
Mother said someone talked to the kid?
On the train. But she didn't see the guy. Teresa just told her about it later.
Man, that's the worst piece of news I heard all day.
Tell me about it. When she told me, I brushed it off like it didn't mean anything. I'm standing there grinning like an idiot. There's this horror movie running in my head.
Thank you. Mrs. Goldman? Investigator Davidson, Chicago Police.
Chicago police? Oh, my God. Something's happened to Alicia.
Well, hopefully nothing's happened to her, ma'am, but Marcy Bialo did report her missing.
I should have known something was wrong when Marshall called here looking for her. Have you been to her apartment?
Yes, I have.
Has she packed a bag?
It appears that she did, yes.
Then you're just here to report a voluntary runaway. And the case is closed for you, am I correct?
Well, not exactly, ma'am. I still have to substantiate that she's okay before it's closed. You've been through this drill, haven't you? Has Alicia run away before?
Not Alicia. Her older sister, Dana. 3 years ago. So now we've frightened off Alicia as well.
Does Alicia know how to contact her sister? Is it possible she could be there?
I don't think so. Even if she'd kept it from me, she would have told her father. They're closer than she and I.
Well, then I'm going to need to speak with him, ma'am.
He's in Europe on business. He's due back at the end of the week.
You said Marshall called. Would that be Marshall Rudolph?
Yesterday. God, he's such a sweet boy. He must have known something was wrong. And he never said anything that would make me worry.
Do you know where he is?
He said he was down at school, Champaign-Urbana. He said he was hoping to get up here next weekend, after midterms.
Could I trouble you for his phone number, ma'am?
Please find her. Please. Get her to come back home. Tell her I love her. We love her. Please.
It's police, ma'am. I'm sorry, did I wake you?
Are you here about the little girl? Oh, I don't know what else I can tell you. But I'm more than happy to help. Such a terrible thing, a child lost in a city like this.
Did you happen to see anybody on the train talk to her?
Oh, officer, I'm sorry. I don't think I noticed much more than the little girl. I work nights as an orderly in the emergency room at County. I doze on my way home in the morning, sometimes with my eyes open. People are always staring at me when I wake up. And that's the only reason I noticed the little girl. She was staring at me. I felt bad. I thought I frightened her.
Is this the little girl you saw?
Yes. But that's all I can tell you. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
The little girl, Teresa Walesky, is 4 years old. Police say she has curly, medium-length blonde hair, blue eyes, stands 42 inches tall, and weighs just over 30 pounds.
Boy, I hate these cases involving little
pink and
kids.
purple striped
They're
hat,
just too
hot
scary,
pink
yeah.
pants and pink snow boots. Teresa's mother reportedly became separated from her at the Chicago Outdoor L station.
I hate answering machines, man. I hate them.
Detective Daniel Manaher. Manaher, that's right.
Can I get a reverse directory for Champaign-Urbana, please?
Yes, sir. Just one minute, please. Am I going to see this anytime soon?
You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And it's Bobby. You know that, dude. Pheasant Place. Pheasant. 347 Rudolph Marshall. 343 Walsh Henry.
Cute, huh?
Yeah, she is.
I was thinking. I mean, it's kind of funny. You're already a grandfather, and me, I'm just getting started with my first kid.
Yeah, well, we got married too soon, had kids too soon. And our daughter's following in our same misguided footsteps. But it all worked out fine.
Yeah.
Hi, is this Marshall? Marshall Rudolph?
Yeah.
Wrong number. Are you sure? This isn't 347 Pheasant Place? Next door. Wow, isn't that weird? I get the wrong number and it's right next door. God, what are the chances of something like that happening, huh? 1 in a million.
Oh, wait a minute, man. Where's my tacos? You forgot my tacos, didn't you?
Listen. My name's Bobby. What's yours? Henry. Listen, Henry, is Marshall a friend of yours by any chance? Oh, he is? Oh, great. Because, see, I've been calling him all day. I'm trying to get in touch with him. I really need to speak with him.
One favor, one lousy favor I ask him.
I just said I'd go and get you the damn tacos.
I got you.
Not for a
Oh,
second.
yes, I
no,
did.
not for a
I
second.
got you
No,
that
I
time.
knew what you were
come on.
doing.
Oh, come on.
Come on, it was
You're good.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Any word on Teresa Waleski?
No, unfortunately, just 6 new ones hot off the press. Oh, one of them's Cecilia Johnson.
Bad one, Carlos?
Well, it's ugly. I mean, she's a 14-year-old habitual runaway, right? Repeated sexual abuse by her mother's boyfriend, who's also her dope dealer, so she's not going to press any charges on the guy. And I got to keep bringing this kid back home, right?
Well, hey, Carlos. I'll take it if you want.
It's okay.
You know, until about a minute ago, I thought this Goldman case was going to be a slam dunk, man.
Why? What'd you find?
Well, this Marshall Rudolph dude, I've been calling him, right?
When?
Honey, I need you here. You're the only one who can find certain things, you know?
I know. You depend on me, right?
You were saying?
The fiance's been calling Alicia's machine. He's been calling the roomie. He's been calling Mrs. Goldman. He's telling him he's in Champaign in school, right? I've been calling him all day. All I get is an answering machine. Talk to the next door neighbor. Come to find out, he ain't been home since Friday. Something ain't kosher with this, you know what I'm saying?
Nothing. With all that publicity, not one phone call, not even a crank.
Yeah, I know. Have you talked to the mother?
I don't want to do it over the phone. I'm going to drive over there.
You gonna drive over there? I bet if she was ugly, you wouldn't be driving over there.
Oh, what the hell are you grinning about?
I'm just
You
saying
might
if she-
worry about Johnny, no. Get out of here. Go.
What?
Close the door behind you, and don't slam it. Don't slam it.
I won't.
I know you're worried, but what happens in a lot of these cases with small children, if we don't find the child right away, we'll get a call from somebody within a few days. Somebody who's seen the child somewhere. Turns out the child is with some well-meaning but lonely person who just wanted some companionship for a while. Sugar? Cream? We go there, get the child, and everything's fine.
Yeah, you understand about him being lonely, but no one has a right to cause another person this much pain.
Do you have any family or friends who could stay here with you?
No, not in Chicago. We've only been here a few months.
From where?
Which,
Łódź in Poland? You're kidding. Your English is perfect.
I hope so. I was an English teacher there. Now I am translating from Polish.
For who? What kind of things?
It is very kind of you to try taking my mind off of Teresa. I can't, I'm sorry. It was also nice of you to make the team, but I would rather be alone just now.
Sure. If you need anything, just dial my beeper, okay? My 9th half cup.
Oh, man. I think I'm full. You know, this kid's mother must be going crazy.
I've been doing everything I can to keep her calm.
Like what?
Right on.
Lying.
Jonathan, line 2.
Sandowski. Mr. McElroy, thanks for getting back to me so quickly. Listen, remember you said if I ever needed a favor? Yeah. The thing is, I got this kitty.
Hi, Carlos.
Oh.
You seen Bobby? He asked me to get him this.
Yeah, he left about 10 minutes ago. He said he found that Marshall Rudolph guy. Now, this better be it. She better be in labor. That's it.
Mrs. Rudolph?
Investigator Davison, please, come in.
Thank you.
Please, come into the living room. Mr. Rudolph will join us in just a minute. Won't you have a seat?
Thank you. When you said Mr. Rudolph, you did mean your son, Marshall.
No, my husband, Marshall's father.
Well, it's very nice to meet the whole family, ma'am, but it's Marshall I really need to speak to.
If you could just please indulge us, my husband would like to speak to you first. This has all been very upsetting. Alicia's been part of the family for 2 years now. We adore her. We'd always felt she was the perfect choice for Marshall.
Did you know they were having problems in their relationship?
They were not. Who told you that?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, officer. I needed to have my attorney give me some advice before we spoke.
Your attorney? Sir, this isn't a criminal case. I just need to speak to Marshall because it's possible he could have some information that would be helpful in our investigation.
As a matter of fact, I'd prefer you didn't speak to him. It's my understanding there is no power of subpoena or such in this type of incident. Isn't that true?
That is true. Talking to us is completely voluntary. I just kind of thought he might be anxious to help out.
Well, I think that...
Marshall came home on Friday, and he's been in his room ever since. He's too embarrassed to see anyone there. I'm sure that he hasn't a clue as to where she and her lover have gone.
Lover?
If he had...
Whoa, 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 whoa. What lover? Does he have a name?
Look, all I want is to save the Goldmans and my family embarrassment. Any dirty laundry aired out in front of you people always gets in the paper. We don't want that. So with Mrs. Goldman's permission, the city attorney was contacted, was asked, and has agreed that this investigation be stopped immediately. There's a phone right over there. You're welcome to call your sergeant or your lieutenant. Or...
No, I'll take your word for it. I just want to know if it's cool for me to use the front door, or should I leave through the servants' entrance?
Johnny, there's something to keep you busy for a while?
Yeah, got a couple hundred kids waiting for these.
How'd you pull that off?
About a year ago, I located a runaway and convinced him to go home. His uncle, a guy named McElroy, is a bigwig with the Boy Scouts. Said if I ever needed a favor, give him a call.
It's great. Don't go getting that woman's hopes up too high. The odds ain't with us anymore. You know that, don't you?
Excuse me.
Carlos. Althea Swanson, 78, white female, resident of the Fairling Retirement Home Convalescent Hospital. Said it appears she just drove off in the head nurse's car while she was supposed to be helping bring in some groceries. 6118 North Pine Grove. At least it's a nice neighborhood.
Is this one of those Alzheimer's
Forget about
cases?
this, all right, man? Look, I'm transferring back to narcotics. I gotta put up...
Anita, you gotta stop.
What? Nothing makes sense, man. The mom and the roomie both think she ran, right? Wrong. She had a whole medicine cabinet full of prescription drugs. She left them there. Whatever clothes she took out of the closet didn't make a dent. And now this Rudolph dude tells me that his son says that she ran off with some stud she was doing. But that don't wash either. She left all her goodies behind. They were in the drawer of her nightstand. Now, you expect me to call this a voluntary?
I don't. They do. Anyway, the case is closed.
What are you talking about?
That's her, ain't it?
Is that the Goldman kid?
No, that's the sister. The one that split 3 years ago.
Dana, does your sister know how to contact you?
Yes, she always knew how to get in touch with me. But for a long time, she didn't want to. She was angry at me for hurting Mom and Dad the way I did. She, well, when she realized she was being pushed into a marriage she didn't want, she started to understand why I ran away. About 3 months ago, she called and told me what was going on. Both of them were being put under such unbelievable pressure. I mean, you just can't even imagine. She had gone to the folks and told them that she didn't think that she loved him. And my mother, who I'm afraid saw this more as a well-engineered merger than a marriage, went ballistic and started screaming at her about this $60,000 or whatever she'd spent on the engagement party, about the embarrassment. And my father flatly told her she had a choice. Either act like an adult and fulfill her commitment, or be like her sister and just be selfish and hurt everybody who ever loved her.
Dana, straight question. Do you think your sister ran away?
If I thought that, would I have jumped on a plane the minute Marcy told me? I know my sister pretty well. And the biggest problem she has in life is not being able to hurt anybody. You guys have to find her. Because something dreadful has happened. I know it.
I'm afraid we've been ordered by the city attorney to treat it like a voluntary runaway. Stop the investigation.
Who engineered that?
Marshall's daddy, with your mother's consent, supposedly.
Oh, my mother. All he has to do is say the word scandal, and she would do anything. Look, I want to help find my sister. What can I do?
Well, I need your mother in my corner. Now, today. If I get that, I can do my job.
I'm sorry. If my father was there, maybe. But I will not talk to my mother alone. No way.
You won't have to. I'll be standing right next to you.
The last time that you saw her, she was coming out for a second load, and you were on your way back in.
Right. I went into the kitchen and I put the bags down, and I was on my way back out here when Millie stopped me to ask me about next week's work schedule. I was gone only a few minutes or so. And then I came out here and there was no car, no Althea, no nothing. Just...
Can I come in and use your phone?
Oh, sure. Come on.
You know, my wife, she's having this baby, and, you know, she's always beefing me. And
what'd she do?
She's a couple of weeks late. And, I'm a couple of years late.
Oh.
What you mean you can't do this?
Even for Alicia. I can't do this.
Ain't nothing gonna happen here that can't be undone. If you don't want them to know where you're living, when this is over, you can just vanish again, all right? But if some freak has got your sister, the clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? The second she stops turning him on, he turns off her lights. Permanently. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. You wait here. I'll go break some ice for you. Okay?
Why are you here? Mr. Rudolph told me the investigation was finished. Our daughter ran away, officer. We don't need salt rubbed in our wounds.
Well, according to our records, ma'am, this file is still open.
This is Dana's file from 3 years ago.
Yes, it is.
He's out in the field.
Wait a minute. Ray is in the field?
Yeah.
Did something break on the Waleski case?
No, unfortunately, but Carlos had to jump ship in the middle of a case. Anita finally went into labor.
No kidding. That's terrific.
Yeah, so Ray comes walking out here looking for somebody to replace Carlos, and he says, nobody's around. I guess I'm gonna have to go do it myself. So I look at him, and I'm like, what am I, like chopped liver? And he says, Connie.
I'd be lost without you, Connie. I depend on you.
It's a curse.
Can you assign a new case number to this, please?
Sure. This is the Goldman case. It already has a case number, and Ray said to close it anyway.
No, that's a different case, Sweetness. That complaint was filed Tuesday by one Marcy Bialo, friend of the missing. This one was filed today by Mrs. Goldman, mother of the missing.
What a cow.
Listen, tell Ray I'm gonna sign out from the field, okay? I got some things to follow up on when I got class tonight, all right? Thank you.
Bobby,
Yeah.
can I go out with you sometime?
Connie, you're a married woman. But I guess I'll go for it.
Not on a date, Jerko. On a case.
I knew what you meant. Gotcha.
No, you didn't. No. No.
All right, he got you.
Shut up, Dan.
What color's your car?
It's red.
You drive a red car?
Well, we all have our moments of wild abandon, Lieutenant.
When you're in the kitchen, you hear tire squeals? Crashing, banging?
Well, I might have, but there's a high school about a block away, and we hear that kind of thing all the time. I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
You know if Mrs. Swanson even knows how to drive?
You know, as close as Althea and I are, I have absolutely no idea. Whenever we go anywhere, I always do the driving. I never even thought to ask her.
You don't happen to have a recent photograph of her?
Oh, lots and lots. We take a lot of photographs around here. Come on in. Get out of this cold for a minute. Althea was a patient here for several years, orthopedic. She had a hip replacement, and Herb, that was her husband, he died while she was here. She had no other family, so she just stayed on. She's really been more of a resident staffer than a patient.
What does she do?
Oh, cooks, cleans, sews. Same thing she'd be doing if she wasn't here. Oh, and also she reads to the seeing impaired patients.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you want to just go around there and I'll dig up some pictures, okay?
Well, as far as I know, yeah.
What does she read them?
Anything they want. There's even one cheeky old geezer who has her read him the advice column from Playboy.
You're joking. She doesn't mind?
No. Althea says she's only their eyes. She told me, your eyes don't tell you what you're supposed to read, your heart does. And she said, I don't want to be anyone's heart. It's hard enough to do for yourself.
Hell of a lady.
Yeah, I've grown very fond of her over the years. We all have, you know.
She'll be fine. Can I use your phone?
Sure, just dial 9.
Connie, it's me. Listen, I want you to put out a search plan order. 5-mile radius of this location. Hold on a second. You have a fax machine?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll fax you all the pertinence. Yeah, Connie, emergency priority on the search plan order. This doesn't look good. Yeah. And Con, make damn sure traffic has the plate number. I don't want to hear 3 days from now that a car's been sitting around collecting parking tickets.
You got it, boss. Bradsick, missing persons. Oh my God, are you sure? I'll get the investigating officer there as soon as possible.
Well, this is already all over the news. I've seen it on every channel.
Yeah, but this is a lot more personal. It's more direct. All the news coverage in the world isn't going to get somebody to notice this as much as one of your scouts coming up and handing them one of these and asking them politely to look at it. Can I use your phone?
Cratchit. Johnny. Yeah, but it's not good. More call. They think they have the little girl.
Yo, what's up, Eddie?
I know you?
Nope. But I read real good. They pay you pretty good for this, man?
You looking for a job?
They nice people. They treat you good.
Just like the rest of the Lord's world. Some of them nice, some of them not.
Amen. I hear you, brother. The Rudolphs, 401.
Get your sorry butt out of here. You ain't gonna do nothing to that boy, no matter what he's done. You know it, and I know it. So stop wasting my time.
Who you hate more, old man, the cops or the boy?
I don't hate nothing or no one the good Lord's created. It's the system that got me. Some boy in the hood steals himself a hubcap. You guys swarm over him like flies. That boy up there, since he been this big, no matter what he's done, ain't nothing done to him.
Police trouble?
You better believe it. Police been up here more times than I can count, and never once have they slapped the cuffs on me.
You probably ain't never done nothing serious enough to be charged with, man.
I know you don't believe that, and I hope you don't think I'm dumb enough to believe it either.
You telling me you know some things that boy should have gone to jail for and didn't?
Hell yeah.
Like what?
Maybe 3-4 months ago, his people's out of town. Had some pimp bring him a hooker off of Rush Street. Boy started beating her. Hurt her real bad. Folks in 402 heard her screaming, called the police. Took her away in an ambulance. Vice cops come, cuffed the pimp, took him in. Left the boy there. Even had me come down there. Questioned me for 2 hours. Next day, the boy's daddy down here gives me a pat on the back, a $100 bill, and apologizes for the inconvenience. Ain't heard nothing about it since. So you tell me, Mr. Policeman, why should I tell you squat about anything?
You know her, don't you?
You thinking he's done something to her?
When's the last time you seen him, Eddie?
Ain't seen him. Car's here. That's his Mercedes over there. It was here when I come on Saturday. I remember because it was real nasty. So I washed it.
I thought you say he ain't been out, man.
Said I ain't seen him. Car's been out every night.
Is the night man a friend of yours?
Mm-hmm.
You think he know when the boy come and go?
You gonna promise me that if he did hurt that child, he gonna be punished?
Count on it.
Give me your number, I'll call you.
You shouldn't be here. Who called you?
The police. I don't know.
I'm sorry, this should not have happened. It's my job to do preliminary verification first.
Well...
Please? Just wait right here, okay, Vera? Please? I'd like to know why next of kin was notified before there was a police verification done.
I just work here. Want to do it now?
How long has this child been dead?
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months?
Yeah, what are you getting so hot about?
How could you guys think this was her? She's only been missing a day! The date of disappearance should read 11/5, not 1/5. It's not her.